Exterior Pilate's palace, night. Several Roman soldiers are hoisted up on scaffolding cradles up the side of the palace, scrubbing Brian's slogans off the walls. They have scrubbing brushes and buckets. The camera zooms in. One of them drops his bucket. The camera goes down with it and zooms into the ground. Cut to the ground below. The crash of the bucket echoes. The revolutionaries are in the tunnel below the ground. They've all frozen and are looking up at the sound where the buckets come from. They start to crawl on through the tunnel.
Here we are. Hammer. Ready.
Okay. The revolutionary leader takes his hammer and cold chisel. The hammer is raised. This is a tense moment. The hammer firmly but gently strikes the tile. At the same moment, a hole appears in the wall on the revolutionary leader's left. A face similarly black is looking through at them. Huh?
Evening.
Good evening.
Hot, isn't it?
Yes.
You can say that again.
Yeah.
Hot is the word, all right. People's Front of Judea officials.
Campaign for free Galilee.
You going in?
Aye.
Right. On with the struggle then.
Aye, to the final overthrow of Roman petty bourgeois imperialism.
What?
To the final overthrow of petty bourgeois imperialism.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Right. They both knock through into the wall of the palace. Inside the hypercourse, the underground heating system, two holes appear in the wall. The two teams of revolutionaries heave themselves through. As they do so, they glance over at each other with obviously mixed feelings. However, they nod politely and smile at each other when their eyes meet. Taking different but parallel courses, they make their way through the hypercourse towards the far end. Look at that craftsmanship. They brought that all the way from Ravenna.
The Romans can eat the whole palace from under here.
Brilliant. Shh. Have you seen the mosaics in the atrium?
Bit naughty, aren't they?
That's another thing I admire about the Romans. Their attitude to sex.
Shut up. Give me a hand.
Sorry. They move a stone slab in the floor above their heads. With great caution, they heave it and look through to the room above. It is empty. They push the slab to one side, start to haul themselves out into the room. As they do so, they notice another slab at the other end of the room starting to move, and another lot of revolutionaries appear through a similar hole. They eye each other with some misgivings.
Good luck.
Keep up the struggle.
Yeah.
Keep up the struggle.
Romans out.
Hide.
They scatter and dive for cover.
Lucidus! It's Pools. Are you hiding? I'm coming to find you!
Feel that cloth?
Oh, there you are! I'm coming after you!
The revolutionists come out of hiding.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Up with the... Right. We follow our revolutionary group through the house, furtively, occasionally dodging out of the way. The Roman hide-and-seek is going on in the background. Eventually they come up the stairs. Slowly, furtively, they run up the stairs, are suddenly aware that up the other side of the stairs, the second group of revolutionaries come running up. They stop together outside the door.
Where are you going?
We're going to kidnap Pilate's wife.
What? We're going to kidnap Pilate's wife, take her back, issue demands. So are we.
What?
That's our plan.
No, well, we were here first.
What?
We were here first.
What do you mean?
We thought of it first.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
You got all your demands worked out then?
Of course we have.
What are they then?
We're not telling you.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Look, we thought of it before you, anyhow.
Did not.
Yeah, we did. They didn't.
Look, we've been planning this for months, you bastards.
Tough titty.
Yeah,
Brothers, we should not be struggling together.
Care for the paintwork!
We mustn't fight with each other, surely. We should be united against the common enemy.
The Judean People's Front!
No, the Romans!
Look, let's get her, and then we can argue afterwards.
Hey.
They open the door stealthily and creep towards the couch on which Pilate's wife sleeps. A very large woman. The two leaders quickly snip a gag in her mouth and fasten it securely. Three of the others pin her arms. Nothing happens for a moment except that Pilate's wife struggles a bit. Then, bit by bit, almost imperceptibly, her struggles succeed in upsetting the raiders trying to hold her down. She starts to drag herself off the bed with them all desperately trying to hold her down. More raiders try to hold her, but she's too strong for them. She gets clear of the bed and starts to move off round the room, trying valiantly to shake off the kidnapper. She dislodges a couple and treads on one hand. She kicks another in the crutch. Another slips off and they all fall in a heap. Two more are badly crushed in this manner. All this proceeds in virtual silence. She rises again and shakes another off. The raiders are beginning to panic as she inexorably overcomes their combined power. One raider draws a sword but is discouraged from using it. Another gets injured. Pilate's wife now sets off irresistibly towards the door, taking all with her. As Pilate's wife gets through the door, all the revolutionaries who are clinging onto her are knocked off except for Brian, who holds onto her back for dear life. She darts into an alcove to avoid her pursuers, rams Brian up against the wall, then darts out the other way, leaving Brian crushed and winded, his agonised groan before alarm. The revolutionaries run back after her. Pilate's wife races off down a corridor with the raiders in pursuit. She turns a corner and perhaps dodges back into an alcove or something equally corny. The raiders all rush past. She then doubles back up the corridor, up the stairs, bolts back into her room, slams the door and locks it. The raiders have meanwhile realised the simple ploy, double back up the stairs, but too late. They rush up to the door, grapple with the doorknob unavailingly. One puts his shoulder to the door. Obviously, it is hopeless.
Shit!
I don't believe it.
What did you let us go for?
What?
Yeah.
What? Why didn't you tie her down properly when we gigged her?
Us? We didn't? Why did you hang on to her? You bloody didn't! You couldn't catch a cold, you lot!
Yeah.
Watch out! A fight breaks out, only more violent. The Romans gather in the hall below the stairs and watch in amazement as the two groups beat the shit out of each other. Several raiders are already dead or dying. Brian is trying unavailingly to stop the fighting.
Brothers,
everyone is-
seriously, no!
Brian stands
No!
helplessly looking around.
No,
The
brother!
Romans approach
No!
Brian heroically. He draws his sword. Slowly a door opens behind him. Pilate's enormous wife emerges and knocks him over. Blackness.
Brian is flung into a dark cell. He's in chains. The door is slammed on him, and the jailer spits in his face. Suddenly a voice comes out of the darkness.
You lucky bastard.
Who's that?
You lucky bastard.
What?
Oh, proper little jailer's pet, aren't we?
What do you mean?
You must have slipped him a few shekels.
Slipped him a few shekels? You saw him spit in my face?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to be spat at in the face. I sometimes hang awake at night dreaming of being spat at in the face.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly friendly, is it? I mean, I've been in manacles for 3 days.
Manacles? Oh, my idea of heaven is to be allowed to be put in manacles just for a few days. Oh, they must think the sun shines out of your arse, sonny.
Listen, they beat me up before they threw me in here.
Oh, yeah? The only day they don't beat me up is on my birthday.
Shut up!
Well, your time makes me sick. You come in here, you get treated like royalty, and everyone outside thinks you're a bloody martyr.
Lay off, will you? I had a hard time!
You've had a hard time. Listen, sonny, I've been here 5 years. They've only hung me the right way up yesterday. So don't you...
All right.
I just wish I had half the all that, that's all. They must think you're God or bloody mighty.
What'll they do to me?
Oh, you'll probably get away with crucifixion.
Crucifixion?
Yeah, first offence.
There's one thing you cannot say. Crucifixion is the...
Best thing the Romans ever did for us.
What?
If we didn't have crucifixions, this country'd been a right bloody mess, I tell you.
Guard!
Nail them up, I say.
Oh, guard!
Nail a bit of sense into them.
What do you want? Come on, what do you want?
I demand to be moved to another cell.
Oh, look at that. Bloody favouritism.
Shut up, you.
Sorry. Now, take my case. They hung me up in here 5 years ago. Every night they take me down for a couple of hours, then they hang me up again. Which I regard as very fair, in view of what I did. And if nothing else, it's taught me to respect those Romans. And it's taught me that if you're going to get anywhere in life, you've got to be prepared to do a fair day's work for a fair day's...
Shut up!
Right, Pilate wants to see you. Well, get up.
Pilate? What does he want to see me for?
Oh, I think he wants to know which way up you want to be crucified.
Nice one, Centurion. Nice one, I like it.
Shut up.
Oh, terrific race, the Romans. Terrific.
Brian is dragged by the guards into Pilate's impressive reception room.
Only one survivor, sir.
Throw him to the floor.
What, sir?
Throw him to the floor.
Ah.
What is your name, Jew?
Brian.
Brian.
No, Brian.
What?
Brian, not Brian.
Strike him, Centurion. Roughly. So, you dare to wade us?
To what?
Centurion? Ah, the wascal has spirit.
As what, sir?
Spirit.
Yes, he did.
No. Spirit. Bravado! Tell me, Brian, why do you hate us women so?
Because you're bastards!
Really? How would you know?
My father was a Roman. That's how.
Our father was a Roman?
Unfortunately for him,
Who was he?
I don't know, he was a centurion.
Where?
Here!
In the Jerusalem garrison? What is his name?
Nautius Maximus.
Centurion? Do you have anyone in the garrison by that name?
No, sir.
You sound very sure. Have you checked?
Oh, no, sir, I think it's a joke, sir. It's like, Sirius Parvus or Biggus Dickus.
What's so funny about that, Centurion?
Well, it's a sort of joke name, sir, sorry.
I have a great friend in Rome called Biggus Dickus. Silence! What is all this insolence? You will find yourself in gladiator school very quickly with behaviour like that. Wait till Biggus hears of this. What? Centurion! Centurion! Put that man under arrest.
Under a what, sir?
Arrest!
What is arrest?
I will not have my friends ridiculed by the common soldiery. Now, anyone else feel like a little giggle when I mention my friend? Biggus Dickus? Are you quite sure, eh? You don't find it reasonable anymore when I say Biggus Dickus? He has a wife, you know. You know what she's called? She's called Floria. Floria Titus. Brian has been eyeing the end of the room.
During the general pandemonium, Brian takes his opportunity to leap out of the window.
Wait, it's the 6th floor.
Brian leaps out of the window, landing in the scaffolding trolley pulley that crashes down to the floor. He saves himself by a series of amazing escapes, and all the Romans are hit on the head. A passerby looks at this miraculous bit of business.
You jammy bastard.
Brian runs away as fast as he can.
Okay.
Down the street.